right on funnel is a Cessna 1500 in a descent.
Negative contact for
R1, that's traffic is no factor passing to your left.
R1 has traffic now, thank you.
Right now I'm just kind of checking the ATIS, which is some airport information that I need to get. So they're going to give it to me on the radio here.
All right.
And Tango. Van Nuys Airport information Tango 0051 observation.
Can you hear okay?
30 at 15, visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature 35, dew point 12, altimeter 2983. Visual approach in use. Landing and departing runways 34. Notice to airmen, noise abatement procedures are in effect. Hazardous weather for Southern California, available on IWAS, FlightWatch, flight service frequencies, advise on initial contact. You have information, Tango.
Tango.
Where does this information come from?
They record it. It comes out every hour, so it's coming out of the tower. But they do a recording every hour, and they get their weather information. They have a little weather center, so they get all the measurements, and then they tell us every hour how it's changed, where the winds come from, what runway's in use, things to look out for around the airport, things like that.
All right.
So every hour they readjust it.
Group today.
So long. All right, we're looking good. The governor take us up. So now we see our RPMs here, right? So our rotor RPMs and our engine RPMs. They're right in this little green area at 100%, really from 100 to 104%. You see them kind of fluctuating a little bit. That's just the governor trying to maintain them. All right. All right, awesome. So I'll clear my area here, make sure nobody's walking up to us. We'll pick up real quick. What I'm going to do is fly us out. I'm going to put you on controls after I get us up away from the airport a little bit, okay?
All right.
All right. And you're buckled up and everything's good, right?
Yep.
Good, good, good. So you can...
After Fire 3, Tango, fire around for a full free shot. Fire 3, Van Nuys Tower, departure from the northwest corner, be at turn risk. Full Creek departure is approved. Fire 3.
All right, we're going to let this guy go. See him?
Oh, yeah, okay.
He's going to blow the hell out of us right now. Big time.
Place 16, there is traffic a mile to 2 miles west of your position. Tap unknown altitude indicates 1,900. It appears to be descending southbound Clifford.
Van Nuys Tower Helicopter 23 Victor Hotel, northwest corner, requesting a West Satakoy departure, and I have the numbers.
Helicopter 23 Victor Hotel, Van Nuys Tower, roger. Departure from the northwest corner, be at turn risk. Satakoy departure is approved.
Satakoy approved, northwest corner, 3 Victor Hotel, on the go, thanks. All right, so I cleared my area around, I'm looking good. So now I want to put a little slightly forward. You notice my cyclic isn't hardly moving, right?
Yeah.
Get that forward in. So it's tiny movements in this baby to get it going.
Oh, wow.
I'll get us going here a little fast. Boom, boom, boom. Pick us up. Our wind's a little bit behind us, so it pushes us around strangely. And then we just start getting some lift here and we start going. I'll try to pull a little bit more speed in here, so see a tiny touches with my cyclic here. Tiny touches just to get where I'm wanting to get everything. 53 knots is what I want. Gives me a nice climb. I'm just going to blast down this street. So we're going to kind of be flying into the sun a little bit.
All right.
Now I'm going to have you coming on with me here. I'm going to do a little trim. Okay, now you come on. I want that left hand on the collective, the feet lightly on the pedals. All right, so you can kind of feel them. All right, so you're feeling my collective. I've got controls on the collective.
Exchange group today. Fire 3's on. Police 16, there is traffic on the South Dakota departure about a mile west of the field helicopter at 1,300 indicated. 16, 7 sites, tickets to first. Roger. So that's the 3 Victor Hotel traffic and your right police helicopter has you in sight, 1,300 indicated.
Okay, have them in sight, maintain a visual 3 Victor Hotel, thanks. Okay, so I want you to come on now. Look at ourselves out at our horizon here. You kind of see where the compass is on our false horizon just below the mountains there?
Yeah.
Watch it. My compass comes up just that little bit right there. I'm going to start slowing down. Right? See the airspeed going down? As I go forward, I'll push it to level. And it's not going to speed up or slow down. Now I want it to speed up some more, just a tiny bit forward, see that?
Yeah.
And I'm speeding up some more. I come back aft a tiny bit, and I'll slow myself right on back down.
All right.
Little small corrections. Try to keep your arm rested on your thigh there, and you'll minimize those movements that you can make.
Okay.
Also, we're going to look from side to side. So we're trying to keep us level here, right?
Yeah.
Watch as I start to make a right turn. See the compass coming over, and we hold it in here, right? And we get a right turn coming in. We roll out back to level. Then we roll in with a left turn, small movement again, holding it in here, trying to keep the compass still on the horizon with the up and down with the nose, all right? As you're turning, it's up or down with the nose at the same time to try to keep that nose on the horizon, all right?
Okay.
Eyes out front here, looking outside, and just try to hold us kind of in between 60 and 70 knots here. I'm going to give you a little forward, and then I want you to hold us here. The wind's going to beat us around a little bit, so you got to be ready for it. Just hold what you got if the wind starts hitting us hard.
Helicopter 3067 Papa.
So after this attack, right about forward and right about here.
3067 Papa, then I
Good. Little left, keeping us level.
3067 Papa.
Just trying to keep us level. Tiny bit aft or backwards. Tiny bit backwards here. Good. Just like this.
Helicopter 23 Victor Hotel for exchange group today.
3 Victor Hotel, I'll stay on with you as I'll be coming back here shortly.
Roger.
All right, so looking out, and you've got controls now. I want you to just hold us steady like this. Remember, it's small movements. I want you to kind of feel out these small movements. You feel the air kind of pick us up sometimes? Just freeze when that happens. Freeze on the controls. A little aft. I don't want to dive. Good, just like that. Not too far. Now we're going to slow way down, which is okay for right now. And then we'll come to 70 knots, and then we'll try to hold this attitude. So attitude is our airspeed. Our attitude with our nose gives us our airspeed. Then we'll start doing our up and downs here once you're holding your airspeed nicely between 60 and 70. See it going up now? Aft a little, tiny bit. Good. And then it'll come back down. Just give it a second, and then we'll see it coming back down. You see that?
Yeah.
Very nice. That's what I'm talking about right there. I'm going to just touch it here. I'm coming down a little on the collective so I don't climb anymore. And now I'm going to follow this creek, all right? So I'm going to turn right. Turning right, I'm still keeping my nose. I'm looking out and making sure my compass is still following the horizon as I make the turn. I roll out of my turn, and voila. So I want to keep following this creek right here, all right? So I want you to keep following, but keep putting your eyes out as well so you keep it level, all right? Looking down at that creek kind of with your periphery. See where it is? Good. And now we make a slight turns just with the creek. Not with your pedals, just with the cycling. When we're flying in forward flight, we really don't even need to use the pedals.
Oh, okay.
The wind coming past us is kind of holding us straight. We just do tiny movements on the pedals to keep those trim strings in the middle of the windshield. But other than that, it's not much pedal work at all when we're just flying.
All right.
Good. Real nice. Try to keep following this creek along here if you can. Just a small little S-curve here. Remember, try to keep us level. Get that compass back up a little bit, a little aft as you're flying. There you go. That way we'll get our speed back where we want it, between 60 and 70. Very nice. Now we're getting the smaller movements in here now. It's just the wind. Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry, we're telling that?
This little
16, make the Santa arrival for the stag on the west side.
little small helicopter gets kicked around a lot. All right, good. We roll out of the turn now.
16, 1,300. You can cross Stag Street, and you're going to the east side, or are you going to Burbank?
Just work the east side.
Roger, police 16, transition to the east side of the group via the Stag.
Via Stag, 1,300.
All right, very nice. Now we're going to start a right turn, and I'm going to hook us up with these railroad tracks. So looking outside, look where your compass is here, and we start our turn. But we don't want the nose to go up or down in the turn, so we still have up or down with our nose as we're making the turn, right?
All right.
Nice level turn. And then we roll out of the turn, and we're heading straight down these railroad tracks, okay?
All right.
Van Nuys Tower Helicopter 23 Victor Hotel is about 4 miles to the west, inbound for a tracks arrival to the northwest corner for landing.
Helicopter 23 Victor Hotel, Van Nuys Tower. Tracks arrival is approved for the northwest corner. Report Balboa.
Full report Balboa 3 Victor Hotel. Good, so now you got it. Tiny bit forward, just the tiniest touch, and we'll see that airspeed come back in, right? Good. I like the small touches. We get those little things with the small touches. That treats us good. Any abrupt movements with the helicopter is bad news, right? We don't want that.
All right.
We try to make everything smooth and slow.
Got it.
Tiny.
All right.
Good. You got us. You're doing real well here. Just going to pull a little power, just like this, so I don't descend too much more. Let's get a little forward in, little forward, get that airspeed in. Good, now we got it coming back. Try to keep us above 60 knots.
If you're going to continue further eastbound, you can contact Burbank Tower.
Keep coming on in.
16, I'll be on the station.
Forward. Good. Keep that forward in just a little bit so it doesn't slow down. There you go. So you see how tiny those movements are. Once we go over here, we're going to try to hover when we come back. Those movements are even going to be smaller and quicker movements than you're doing right now. All right. The hardest thing to do in this baby is to hold a hover.
Helicopter 3 Victor Hotel, sliding at the northwest corner, be at your own risk, wind 31010.
Okay, landing at own risk at the northwest corner, 3 Victor Hotel, and I will not call Balboa.
Roger.
Good, you got us looking nice. That's what I'm talking about. So it looks like you can get the smooth, fine movements in, so I'm not worried about that. There's some people, they just can't get it. You know, they're just too jerky, and they'll never learn. But you look like you got a good handle on it. Good. That's a nice correction. You felt that going down a lot more, and you came aft just a touch and brought us right in there. Beautiful, beautiful. So we get that pendulum out. Good. So the helicopter, since we're hanging from those rotors, it wants to do this pendulum, right? So we always got to keep getting that pendulum effect out of it. And that's just with small movements, small corrections. Good. All right, I'm going to pull up carb heat now because we're about to come in for a landing. And I'm going to take some trim off. You're going to feel a change. It's going to be pulling to the left now. You'll need to pull a little more to the right. We'll keep flying us in here just like this for right now. And I'm about to take over, and then we're going to land it in that parking lot there before we get to the runways. So I'm going to come on with you right now.
All right.
And I'm going to take this baby in here. So we got the wind kicking us around a little bit, but that's okay. It's because it's coming over from this side, and we feel it a lot more. I'm descending fairly rapidly now. I'm just going to bring myself right over into here. and then I'm going to curl myself right in. We call this a short approach. So I want you light on the pedals because I'm going to need more pedal work as soon as I come down here, all right?
All right.
Light on the pedals for me. We're just going to swing us right in like this. Drop us in, baby, yeah. So this is kind of an abrupt maneuver. I wouldn't expect you to be doing that kind of maneuver in the beginning. But once you get your commercial, that's the kind of stuff you'll be doing.
All right.
And that's we like to get the situation perfectly. 16, contact right.
So, the wind now is coming from over here, so I'm going to put my pedals, I'm going to turn us into the wind, all right? So now that I'm in the wind, it's easier to hold this hover. I want your eyes out front, all right? Notice these tiny movements, all right? If the compass comes up, we put it back down and then back up right away. We always got to make those counter movements right away. So watch this. If it starts to go right, I come in left, but then back right, then left, and back until I get to a nice neutral place, all right?
Like the pendulum?
Yeah, exactly. So eyes out front. I'm going to give you control. I want you to try to hold us still here. Small movements, all right? A little left. All right, good. Small movements. Good. Keep them small. Don't jerk too much. I'm going to come on. We start jerking, we get more pendulum, all right? So small, deliberate movements. Small. Keep them small. Keep them small. Keep them small. Remember, this is the hardest part. I don't expect you to be able to do it now, but if you held it for about 3 seconds there, that's pretty good.
All right.
Pretty good for beginning. Nobody gets this right away. That's why nobody can just read a book and fly a helicopter. Okay, you've got it. I want you to hold it. So this is the muscle skill that you have to learn, all right? That's all there is to it. It's just learn. You're getting it, though. Coming on nice and quick with those corrections. Now if we just get them a little smoother and a little smaller, they'll be perfect. Eyes out front. Try it one more time, and then I'm going to set it down. Okay, good. I got it now. I'm going to take it. I have full control, so you can just rest your feet. That's the beauty of the helicopter. We don't need no stinking runways. We don't need crap. We go wherever we want. All right. So now I'm just going to cool everything off, and we'll shut her down. Good job. How was it?
That was awesome.
Fun, huh?
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yes, indeed. There's nothing better in from what I know, man. I'll tell you. It's awesome.
It's hard, though, the hovering, to get there.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. So when we start, the first lessons are all just going to be hovering until you can just hold this thing still and set it up and pick it up and set it down nice and smooth. Then we start with everything else. You know, everything with the helicopter starts and ends with the hover. So that's what we start out first. The hardest thing, we beat that. Everything else is easy after that.
All right.